Okay, starting from question one, liquid is heated in a beaker. The density of the liquid change as the temperature increase. This cause energy to be transferred through the liquid. How does the density change and what is the energy transfer process?
It's convection.
Energy transfer process, convection, and what about the density?
Decreases. Oh, does it become more viscous?
Less viscous or more viscous?
More viscous?
Less viscous, because when we provide heat to the liquid, so viscosity will decrease, right? And process will be convection process. So density will decrease and process will be convection, right?
Okay.
Question number two.
Glass. A pin A? No, pin B.
In B,
Pin
okay,
C?
a rod is made half of glass, half of copper. A, B, C, D are attached to the rod. So left side is made up of glass, right side is of copper. So we know that copper is a good conductor as compared to the glass. So which pin falls off first? So
C?
C will fall first. Yes. Which process involves convection?
A? No, no, no. C.
Hot
No,
air
yes.
rising to the top of a cold room. Yes. C is the right answer. Question number four.
Is it C?
Good thermal conductor transfer quickly thermal energy quickly from a hot liquid, transferring thermal energy quickly to a cold liquid. A student suggests some uses for containers made from good thermal conductor and for containers made from poor thermal conductors. Okay, so when we are talking about good thermal conductors, so the purpose of good thermal conductor is to transfer thermal energy quickly to a cold liquid, because heat will always transfer from high temperature or from hot body to cold body. So good thermal conductor means that they will easily transfer thermal energy quickly to cold liquid. And if we compare it with poor thermal conductor, so keeping a hot liquid at high temperature. So D is the right answer.
Okay. By conduction?
By conduction, yes, because there is a direct contact. We are having two plastic cups. one inside the other. A small spacer keeps two cups separated. Hot water is poured into the inner cup and a lid is put on top as shown. What which statement is correct?
Is it D?
Thermal radiation is prevented
No,
by.
no, no, no.
Okay, so bench is heated by convection. That is not possible because it will flow towards the top. Option B, the lid reduces the energy lost by convection. That is possible because heat will start moving in the upward direction. So lid reduces the energy loss because heat will not move away from the hot water. And there is no thermal conduction through the sides of either cup. So that is not possible. So B is the right one. Because A is not possible, C is also not possible because there is always a thermal conduction through the sides of either cup, but we separated from this small spacer between them. Otherwise, it will transfer energy by conduction through the walls, right?
Okay.
A solid is heated from room temperature. The graph shows how its temperature changes with time as it is heated constantly, at which time has just become completely liquid.
C?
Yes. So at C, it will completely become liquid. Then it will start changing into the gaseous state.
By radiation?
Thermal energy, yes, by radiation because there is no medium between sun and earth. Okay, now we are having an example of vacuum flask. How does thermal energy pass through the vacuum?
C?
Yes, radiation only. A cupboard is placed in front of a heater. Air can move through a gap under the cupboard, which draw describes the temperature and the direction of movement of the air in the gap.
Will it be cool?
Yes, cool will float towards the heater or away from heater.
Away?
Okay, if we talk about the heaters, so heat will start moving in the upper direction, just like we discussed the concept of land breeze and the sea breeze. So hot air will flow in the upper direction and then it will cool down. And after this, so cold air or the air temperature at cool will be moved towards the heater, right?
Yes.
Because hot air will always flow in upper direction, then it will cool down and then it will flow again towards the heater and this process will continue. One method of heat transfer involves the energy traveling at much greater speed than another.
Radiation.
Yes, radiation. At which point is the temperature the lowest? That is a piece of ice placed in a warm room.
At D or B?
At B. Because D point is more away as compared to the P, and we know that high temperature or the hot air will always flow in the upper direction. So at the bottom, cold air will flow through the bottom side of the ice. So that's why at point D, temperature will be lowest. The air in a room is heated by heater. The diagram shows the circulation of air in the room.
C.
The air expands and becomes less dense. Right. Question 14. We are having four rods made from different metal PQRS, and rods have equal length and equal diameter. The rods are heated at one end in same way. The table shows the time taken for the temperature and the other end of each rod to rise by 1 degree Celsius. Which metal is the best conductor of thermal energy?
B.
B.
And B. A.
15. The cooling unit can be fitted either at the top or at bottom. In an oven, the heater can be fitted either at top or at bottom. Which row shows the best position for the cooling unit and the best position for the heater?
B.
Cooling unit bottom, heater at top. Cooling unit. Okay, if again you remember the process, that heat will flow in the upper direction, so that's why we normally fit heater at the bottom, right? If we again remember that diagram, so normally heater will be fitted at the bottom, then it will move in the upper direction. So upper part will be cooled down. So it means the upper part is used for the cooling process and the lower part is used for the heating process, right?
Okay.
And normally in refrigerators, we observe that a compressor or the heater is placed in the lower part. Always the heater or compressor is in the lower part because it will flow in the upper direction. So it will keep the upper side cool. So cooling unit at the top and the heater at the bottom. 16.
Conduction.
A girl is outdoors. She warms her hand by holding them nearest fire. How does the heat from the fire reach her hands?
No, radiation.
Radiation only, because there is a distance between fire and hand. There is no direct contact. Only radiation helps to transfer heat. 17. A heating engineer fits a heater to the ceiling of an office. That workers in the office are kept warm. How does thermal energy reach the worker below the heater?
Radiation again.
Again, radiation. Okay, question number 18 is repeated. What is the name of the process of heat transfer using electromagnetic waves?
Radiation?
Yes, that is again radiation. 20. Ice is trapped by a metal gauze at bottom of a tube containing water. Water is heated strongly at the top, but the ice only melts very slowly. Why ice melt very slowly?
Water is a poor conductor of heat?
Water is a poor conductor of heat. Which statement about the transfer of thermal energy is correct?
D.
The radiation that transfers thermal energy is a type of. Alright. The diagram shows a heater above a thermometer. Thermometer bulb is in the position shown. Which row shows how the heat energy from the heater reaches the thermometer bulb?
D.
Conduction, no. Convection, no. Radiation, yes. Right. 23.
Does it rise because it's more dense?
What happens to the cold air and why? The room shows an air conditioning unit on the wall of a room. The unit draws in warm air from the room and releases cold air into the room. Okay, normally we fit air conditioner on the top of the wall because it converts or it cools the temperature of the air. And when the temperature of the air is low, so it will become more dense. So when density will increase, so it will move in downward position, right? So normally we fit air conditioner on the top because the cold air will become more dense than warmer air. So it will move in the downward position, right? And if
Yes.
we increase the temperature, so air will become less dense and it starts moving in the upward direction. So that's why the temperature of the cold air will fall and it is more dense than warm air. B. 24.
D.
It is infrared, right? Okay, so these are some MCQs. And now MCQs are not much very difficult. You may try the remaining questions. Total, we are having 49. We have done almost half of it. So you may join me back, then we will continue with the detailed questions, right?
Okay.